How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout, the YouTube show where you subscribe for the latest and greatest updates in the cryptocurrency world. And I'm always happy to answer your requests and make a video about HoloChain. It's probably one of the most heavily requested videos, but I think it's a really awesome subject of discussion because the blockchain killer itself, HoloChain, definitely does give a good insight into what's out there as far as these technologies and how we're pretty much in a stage right now where I think a lot of people are distracted by blockchain because a lot of people who are new to the cryptocurrency space don't realize exactly what's out there. And it's pretty awesome to check out. HoloChain's really always on a subject of discussion whenever you bring up cryptocurrency these days, just because I'd like to read a few things right here before we get started. HoloChain is post-blockchain technology that is energy efficient, decentralized app development platform that is truly peer-to-peer without the scalability issues of existing blockchain projects. Now, I bring up this now in part, we'll get to this tweet in a second, which sort of speaks for itself right here. Now, of course, this image alone emphasizes the value and need of digital assets. And of course, a picture is worth 1,000 words. We'll get into it. But of course, what I'd like to start off by talking about is, China, once home to about 70% of Bitcoin mining, plans to ban the crypto activity. Now, this is a pretty, it's an eye-opening article to see because, it's interesting to see China, with this sort of talk out there. China signals its intent to ban cryptocurrency mining, dealing a fresh blow to the industry. Of course, I'd like to see your comments down in the comment section down below. How serious do you think China actually is on this front? Now, this article right here, though, talks, by Gizmodo, this headline, China considering ban on crypto mining because it's, quote, it's a stupid waste of energy, which is a pretty funny headline. But at the same time, the fact that China controls 70% of this stuff, it would be interesting to see them actually put a ban on crypto mining. But especially when they're talking about energy and all these different things. The energy efficiency of HoloChain, the more peer-to-peer aspects of it, and of course, the scalability variable there is definitely something that's worth paying attention to when it comes to HoloChain, especially in a world where we're dealing with so much uncertainty, in particular when it comes to even the question of 70% of Bitcoin's mining. But of course, only time will tell as we see these things. We'll see. We'll see things continue to flesh themselves out. After banning initial coin offerings and calling on local exchanges to halt virtual cryptocurrency trading in 2017, China officials outlined proposal in 2018 to discourage crypto mining, the computing process that makes blah blah. And so it is interesting to see this sort of stuff happen. I'd really love to see some of your comments about this development that we're seeing happening. And look, we have to look at the facts here. This wouldn't spell even probably a bad day for the cryptocurrency space. I think it would sort of put China behind in terms of technology. It's unadvisable to see them do that sort of thing. I'm sure they have their own initiatives, but just bring it back to this sort of thing right here. 2011 all the way up until, the fact of the matter is, there's plenty of memes that accurately pronounce exactly where we're headed as far as, fiat and all these different things and these different variables as they've been sort of culminating in the leverage of cryptocurrency and the potential that a lot of these different things have for themselves. But those are just some interesting things. We've got 74% of Russians are familiar with the term Bitcoin. It seems sort of weird to see all these different variables happening. Of course, China's national agency wants to ban Bitcoin mining. Ripple X Rapid honored by Fast Company 2019 World Changing Ideas Award. Putin. The lion's share of Bitcoin. Of course. Russia's, are aware. Of course, it's interesting to see. 70% of Brits have no clue about Bitcoin. I mean, obviously, these are kind of tongue-in-cheek sort of headline article. I mean, clickbaity to a certain extent. So, I mean, not necessarily something that brings too much, to my attention, at least. I consider this par for the course. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if China doesn't want to do the Bitcoin mining, there's always going to be someone out there who's willing to do it. So, I mean, sure, it'll be interesting to see how these things go. But, I mean, China considers, this is kind of, Twitter cuts down on spam, and analyst predicts that 7K, external display from Apple. Of course, regulators in China are weighing a ban on, Bitcoin mining. Cryptocurrency mining has become, essentially a focus point. But to move beyond that, I mean, I think it's important to talk about how this definitely does come overlapping with what we can expect to see from something like HoloChain, in the future. And I think that, the fact of the matter is that, Bitcoin could indeed have seen its time, before it even happened. Now, I'm not one to actually fully subscribe to that mentality. I still think that there's potential in store for the technology, even with these small hiccups in the road. But, I mean, at the same time, we do have to stay vigilant about how these different variables are sort of overlapping. I mean, with Bitcoin currently at this time, with the value of 5,232, I mean, it's tough to convince me that it's going anywhere, especially with the price movement, that we've recently seen, the fact that it's been able to sort of manage itself, even ticking up a little bit higher. But of course, the top performers, we've got ABBC coin up 76.64% at the time of making this video, and still even moving higher, which is sort of interesting. We've got True Chain up 51%. Always cool to see the various different cryptocurrencies that people have been making money on. Whether you're holding any altcoin, it does show that there is a significant difference between cryptocurrency and the stock market, which I think people get too confused with, basically thinking of cryptocurrency in terms of that they use to talk about the stock market in. But regardless, I mean, we're looking at HoloChain as it currently stands, 0.001306. I mean, I see that as a pretty interesting sale, but of course, I'm sure that there's plenty of people out there who have their own opinions on it, which of course you're entitled to. Now, of course, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, if you guys are interested in connecting with us, you could do so on our Twitter. Now, that's at CryptoTuber. Of course, remember, this video is not financial advice. I'm not your dad. But I'm always interested in hearing what you guys have to say. So definitely let me know down in the comments down below what you guys think about the future of HoloChain, and where you could expect to see this going from here. Because I think that it is pretty interesting to see. And I mean, at the same time, I've also got people saying that the next Bitcoin price peak could be higher. I mean, there's always these various different opinions. We're gonna get all these same people with all the same opinions always rushing to their keyboards to let us know what they think. But personally, I mean, I give HoloChain my respect, just because I think that we're already in a time where people are considering the implications of blockchain and all these different things. And the fact of the matter is that HoloChain, I mean, once they can get that use case thing down, I think that it would sort of be that snowball effect where it starts off at the top of the hill, and then as it rolls down the hill, it continues to build up momentum, which I think we're already at past the point of no return. In that same sense, the snowball will just continue to roll down the hill. But over the course of its lifetime, Ripple has seen amazing growth, which has allowed its cryptocurrency XRP to rise to the number 3 position in the market cap rankings. The project aims to decrease the time it takes for banks and financial institutions to settle transactions across borders. I think that this is definitely pretty exciting to see. Any cryptocurrency that's been making waves definitely does give me a sense that a warm-hearted feeling that we could actually be onto something here. And I think with XRP where it currently is, I think that there is potential that with that sort of precedent that HoloChain could be a top 20 crypto. And I know I'm not the only person who has that sort of sentiment, but all that being said, I think that there is a lot of potential in store for the space. I mean, the market cap being where it is at 180, 496, definitely interesting. Bitcoin dominance at 51.1%. But all that being said, I think this has been a pretty good video. Make sure that you guys subscribe and comment down below letting us know what crypto you think we should do next. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.